Hey guys, how's it going? As promised, I'm back on our backup horror, and we're going to run on in to the Undead Parish and see what we missed previously regarding who killed the Firekeeper of Firelink. Oops! If I don't die. Alright, we got very fortunate there, and he missed the opportunity to riposte us. Possibly because of the stairway. That little thing saved us. It's that little detail. Okay, so as before. Okay. Mistake there, don't try and run out here. Kind of just lead these guys all back into this choke point. This is the best, safest way to deal with them, because they are all, you know, they're sort of buffed up by the Channeler spell. We just don't, we don't want to get surrounded by them, because they really will kill us in just a few shots. And he himself hits quite hard. Okay. One more guy. There you go. Take care of your fellas. There you go. And he's down for the count. Gotcha. Okay, back in this sort of back area of the church, and who is this we see?
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
Yes, indeed. So we can choose to open this cell door.
Please, I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Right. So, a little suspicious. Even the way he talks, he has a duty to fulfill, and we already know that duty.
Please. Well,
that's all he has to say. So we open the door on him. As we saw, if you don't open the door on him, and we use the mystery key there to open it, he'll still find a way out to escape, get back to Firelink, and kill Anastacia. But if we let him out ourselves, we'll have some interactions with him before that point.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Carim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later.
There's his name, Knight Lautrec of Carim. It's funny to me that so many of the characters who turn out being kind of nasty in some way end up being from Carim. I'm not saying there aren't cool people from Carim. I'm totally being a Dark Souls racist. Everybody from Kareem's a murderer. No, but yeah, there's just something off about them. I think I always imagine Carim as being this very kind of dark place, very just cutthroats everywhere. You know, that kind of a town full of brigands and bandits and.
Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
So, wants us to allow him some time.
I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Oh, I don't like him. I don't like you, Lautrec.
I'm free.
Alright, that's all he has to say. So I'm gonna go kill the Bell Gargoyles on this character real quick. And then we'll go check back on Lautrec later. Actually, I'm gonna check something. I'm curious about this now. Because I recall hearing at some point that you could actually summon Lautrec for the Bell Gargoyles, but I've never done it myself. Alright, so we're back in Firelink, and check it out. He happens to be sitting right across from Anastacia, who at this point is still fine. Not going to talk to us because her tongues are implied to be cut out. But let's see what Lautrec has to say.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
So it gives us 1 sunlight medal.
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
That gravel-crushing voice. So eerie. So he gave us a sunlight medal, a badge of the ultimate honor. This faintly warm medal engraved with the symbol of the sun is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the warrior of sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals of history. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. So the old god of war, Lord Gwyn's firstborn, so he lost his deity status and was struck from the records. But we get this sunlight medal from Lautrec, and I don't know if this is something Lautrec got legitimately. I kind of doubt it. He's kind of just handing it to us. He doesn't really care about it. He doesn't care about the honor of the greatest caliber, the sunlight medal of the warriors of the sunlight. He doesn't give a shit. He's just an assassin. And yeah.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Makes it pretty clear he does not want to talk to us.
And
that's all he has to say. So, got the sunlight medal from him. That's your reward for freeing him, which later turns into, regardless of what you do, turns into Anastacia being murdered. But now we can feel more responsible for it, so so that's great. But yeah. That's about all we missed as far as Lautrec's involvement with the plot for this section of the game goes. It's fortunate that it was this and not something else, because this is pretty easy to capture. And it really shows it is nice to have an alternate character to show the different outcomes that you can have for different quest lines. Hopefully we won't have to deal with this again. I'm really hoping that the stuff that happens in the depths still happens in the depths, and even in the lower Undead Burg, because we have at least 2 NPCs to save who will recruit back to Firelink Shrine, and we have 1 invader who I really, really want to show off, because he has a pretty significant storyline that only happens if you go through all of his invasions. So we'll try and do that. Okay, so we're back at the top of the Undead Parish, and the reason I'm here is solely for the fact that I wanted to see if we could find Lautrec's summon sign, because now that we've freed him, I believe that we're able to summon him for this fight, and sure enough, there's Knight Lautrec. So we'll go through the fight real quick. Now we've got 2 phantoms with us. That is the maximum amount that you can have with you for co-op, so you essentially have 1 player is the host, 2 players or NPCs in this case can be co-op phantoms, and then you have room for 1 invader phantom for some 4-player action. 3v1, you know, maybe not the best thing ever, but let's just take a look at how... Oh, hi guys. Let's take a look at how Lautrec gets things done. This will be good reference for later. I'll just skip this cutscene because we've already seen it. Or can I? I don't think I can actually skip this cutscene. Oh, never mind, we can. So he wields dual, dual shuttles. These curved blades, which actually reach around shields. And he does a decent job with it. You know, he's pretty standard as co-op phantoms go. He's very fancy with these things. He also, I believe, has a parrying dagger he pulled out there. I'm not sure if it's a parrying dagger specifically, but he likes doing the dual wielding, which is funny because there's not really dual wielding properly in this game. They kind of made that a more emphasized system in Dark Souls 2. But yeah, with power stancing stuff and all that good stuff. It's really not helping Solaire out too much there. You got him. I'm just watching. Letting the NPCs take care of it. There you go. That's the first one. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely the parrying dagger. I'm almost certain. Not bad. Good work, guys. Alright, so that was just a little extra. Might even make this its own video, just as a short little bonus thing. But yeah, that's all there is to be said. I'll go ring the bell here and we'll wrap this up. Something I did want to mention, something that's unique to the Undead Parish area is, I'm not sure if we heard it in our particular worlds, but anytime another player actually beats the Bell Gargoyles and rings the Bell of Awakening in their world, we can hear it resonate into our world. So that's a really cool minor detail, is it gives you this sense of, you know, sense of community where everybody's kind of struggling to reach this point, and every time you hear somebody succeed, it gives you that hope that, you know, you'll be up there soon enough. So one thing I think is really cool about Dark Souls.
What's wrong? Get a bit of it? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it.
Might not have been able to hear it over the Crestfallen Knight talking, but you actually can hear very faintly. Even from down here in Firelink, we heard the Bell of Awakening being rung by somebody else who just defeated the gargoyle, so cool little detail.
Well, where have you been? I'm glad to see you're safe.
And a little more dialogue from Lautrec.
Have you heard of Trusty Patches? If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way, if he ever comes around again, I swear I'll have his hide.
And there you go, right there. We hear about Patches. Sounds like a certain Patches the hyena from Demon Souls. And in fact, it is the same exact guy.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky.
Yeah, so he doesn't have anything else unique to say, but he does make that mention of Patches. And funny enough, in Dark Souls 2, which deals a lot with this cyclical nature of the world, we have another sort of tussle between mild-mannered Pate and guy whose name I can't remember. Let me go look it up. I'm sorry, I don't need to look it up. I just remembered now. It's Creighton. Creighton of... place I don't remember. Either way, the place where he's from doesn't matter, but Peyton Creighton, those two are essentially the Patches and Lautrec of Dark Souls 2, whereas, you know, these guys kind of initiated that kind of weird rivalry between two not very nice fellows. Anyways, alright, that's enough. Bye-bye.